Voilà, me voici connectée. Bonjour à tous. Bonjour, bonjour. Ça a été difficile aujourd'hui. Je me suis dit, est-ce que tu reportes ou tu reportes pas? Parce que tout simplement, j'avais pas trop le moral suite à l'annonce d'hier. Le festival, comme vous savez, tout s'est reporté l'année prochaine. Donc du coup, c'était pas facile. Ok. J'attends de voir s'il y a du monde qui se connecte. Ça y est, ça commence. Donc j'ai essayé en fait, je me suis accrochée, je me suis dit allez Sharon, tu te motives là, tu te maquilles un peu, tu te calmes et tu fais des belles choses, Coucou Julie, coucou Laurent. Tu fais des belles choses parce que la vie continue, hein, et on va pas se priver de on a assez de mauvaises choses comme ça. Donc, moi, je veux de la lumière et la lumière, elle se passe par 2 artistes qui vont me rejoindre dans quelques minutes. Donc, je vous explique un peu, elles vont arriver et je vais faire l'interview un peu en français, un peu en anglais. On va essayer de traduire un petit peu. Excusez-moi encore pour mon accent, mon French English accent. Donc voilà, bonjour tout le monde, là, ceux qui nous rejoignent. Voilà, j'ai voulu commencer toute seule en fait pour vous dire, pour remercier déjà beaucoup de personnes qui me soutiennent. J'ai reçu beaucoup de messages positifs, beaucoup de messages d'amour, de soutien. Et ça fait vraiment, vraiment, vraiment plaisir de lire tout ça. Voilà, et surtout quand on n'a pas le moral, je vous avoue que mon cœur, j'ai encore du mal à réaliser qu'il n'y aura pas de festival cette année. Je crois que j'y crois pas, mais apparemment, comme m'a dit mon amie Yael, je crois que j'étais une des seules à y croire à fond, donc il faut que j'accepte ça. Et voilà, c'est comme ça. Donc, je vais pas trop parler dessus, sinon j'ai pas envie de pleurer en live, c'est pas le but. Le but, c'est de faire une magnifique interview avec 2 artistes exceptionnels qui vont nous rejoindre dans 1 minute, normalement. Voilà. Et comme ça laisse le temps de, de parler un petit peu avec vous en tête à tête. Et sinon, j'ai prévu quelque chose quand même à la fin du mois, en hommage à Oriental Marathon. Je vais organiser un mini festival virtuel. La fille qui je lâche jamais l'affaire. Donc il y aura quelques stages. Coucou Karen. Il y aura quelques petits stages et il y aura certainement une petite compétition. Il y aura une petite. J'essaye d'organiser un genre de petite soirée. On va voir comment on va pouvoir le faire. Donc voilà. Et puis voilà. Donc ça va. Je vais bientôt l'annoncer en fait dans quelques jours. Le temps de me remettre. Et voilà, nous avons la première invitée qui nous rejoint, c'est Esmeralda. Esmeralda est avec nous. Coucou ma beauté.
Ça va?
Super. Enfin non, en fait, ça va pas. Mais quand je te vois, c'est super.
C'est super.
Ça
Je
fait
suis
du
très
bien au moral.
contente aujourd'hui. Je suis très contente de, de, de cette opportunité de parler, de connecter. C'est très important pour nous
Merci.
maintenant.
Bah oui. Et nous, on est très contentes. Et en plus, tu vas répondre en français. Donc, ça, c'est vraiment pour vous, hein.
C'est, ça, c'est l'ego, hein? Je peux répondre en français. Je sais.
Bah écoute, au pire, tu parleras en anglais. Mais voilà, en tout cas, les gens nous rejoignent et ils te font plein de coucous. Donc là, je peux le voir, je peux le lire. Et merci Esmeralda d'avoir accepté cette invitation. Je suis très triste de ne pas te voir cette année à Oriental Marathon, mais c'est pas grave. L'année prochaine, encore plus d'amour, plus de tout. Voilà, c'est tout.
C'est mon plus de tout.
Exactement. Tous, on va faire double everything.
Double. It's going to be
Double love.
going to be double expected.
Exactly, exactly, exactly. Ah, Aziza is coming. Bonjour. Hello.
Hello.
I'm very, very, very happy to have you here to this interview. I'm so glad.
My pleasure, mon plaisir.
Oh là là. Elle parle pas trop français, hein, donc soyez gentils avec elle. Ça va être en anglais, in English.
English is plus facile pour moi.
But it's very cute when you speak French. I can say the opposite. So thank you, both of you. You are amazing artists from completely different country. Canada, Brazil. It's completely different, but we are together and we are united for the Oriental dance, and especially in this very fuck hard time. Okay. But we support and they accept to come. Alors, on va commencer par Esmeralda. Comment ça se passe au Brésil? Comment est-ce que tu vis cette expérience de confinement sans enseigner, chez toi, avec ta famille? Comment ça se passe? Comment toi, tu vas? Esmeralda, tu m'entends?
Alors, premièrement, salut Aziza. Je suis très contente de te voir. Alors, au Brésil, le confinement, toute la situation, c'est grave. C'est vraiment grave. Et ici, il y a beaucoup de gens qui n'y a pas de l'argent, qui ont besoin de travailler tous les jours pour manger. Pour manger une fois le jour, ils ont besoin de travailler. Donc, c'est difficile c'est difficile d'expecter de cette personne qui reste à la maison. C'est difficile de parler avec cette gens qui ont besoin de rester à la maison. C'est une situation de vie, tu sais. Donc, tous les jours, il y a beaucoup de gens qui sont morts. Tous les jours, il y a beaucoup de familles qui c'est triste. C'est difficile de parler de ça.
Et le gouvernement, forcément, brésilien, n'aide pas du tout la situation. C'est ce que tu m'avais dit. Le président n'aide pas. Voilà, c'est...
Bon, mon président, c'est... moi, je suis pas d'accord avec le président maintenant. He's not, I'm going to say in English, he's not caring like he should about the population. We have governments that are not agreeing in how to take care of the situation. So in some states, we have one kind of, we have one point of view, and in another state, we have another point of view. They are disagreeing all the time. Our president, he goes out, he does not use masks. He say this is just a flu.
Oh my God!
You know, and there are people who believe him. Tu sais, c'est
ouais,
fou.
Je comprends. Et comment toi, à la maison, comment ça va à la maison? Comment ça se passe à la maison avec ta famille? Tout va bien?
Bon, à la maison, c'est tout bien. Il y a des jours que c'est difficile. Je veux sortir, je veux faire des choses avec mon bébé.
Bien sûr.
Tu sais, ma bébé, tous les jours, elle me demande, maman, aujourd'hui, c'est bien, aujourd'hui, il y a du soleil, on y peut un jour. Et je dis non, c'est pas possible.
Je comprends. Et tu as fermé ton école en plus. Et en plus, tu as fermé ton école, donc c'est compliqué, ouais. Tu ne peux pas travailler. Tu ne peux pas travailler à part online. Like Aziza, the first one who create all of this she's the one. Ce qu'il faut savoir, c'est qu'Aziza, c'était la première à installer tout ce qui est les cours en fait en ligne. Bien avant ce virus arrive, donc on est tous là maintenant. On peut lui demander a lot of advice because she's a master of communication online, but she will speak about us. Et toi, Aziza, how are you? How do you feel Canada? How is Canada now?
Well, I feel that we are very fortunate like our prime minister, I feel supported, and he acted very quickly. And this part, we lost Esmeralda.
Yeah, I think the connection, but she will come back.
Yes. So this part I have, you feel when he's speaking and the actions that he's taking, that he does have us in, he has the compassion and he has the direction and the leadership. This thing I feel very lucky about. For myself, so where we are in Quebec, it is the hot spot of Canada. It has the most infections. And I think that there are aspects of this pandemic here in Quebec that are like many of the care facilities are it's very bad in care facilities, but outside people are taking action and staying home and doing what needs to be done so far, inshallah. So he takes decisions to keep everything closed, and he's making difficult decisions, but I feel lucky that I feel supported. I'm glad I'm in Canada right now instead of the US. I will say this.
Oh yeah, thank you, Canada. We love this country, and I love especially this country because the people are so nice in Canada. So, hi, Canada. And you, what is your feeling? Do you bored? Do you work a lot? What do you do?
Well, I stay a lot of my time in my home. I know that I'm very lucky. My situation is better than a lot of people. So I have space to dance. I had already moved into a loft to be able to do my online classes. And yes, it is a big shift. It's a big change. There are times when I am missing the solitude of traveling. I can't believe I'm saying this because for a while it was a lot to travel so much. And staying home now with my husband, we are getting to know each other. This is the longest we have spent together. Usually I'm packing to go somewhere or just coming back, but now we rest in place. It's a big shift.
That's true. It's so true. Well, let's go back now to know you more, your life, girls. Esmeralda. Je voudrais savoir, si quand tu étais petite, est-ce que tu as toujours voulu faire ce métier, ou alors tu voulais être peut-être pompier, docteur, je sais pas, princesse? Qu'est-ce que tu voulais faire quand tu étais petite comme métier? Ah, je sais pas si la connexion est bonne. T'es bloquée.
She looks beautiful though.
Ouais, she's very beautiful anyway, even blocked. Maybe Aziza, so I ask you the question. I want to know when you was kids, do you was dreaming to be a belly dancer, or maybe you want to be doctor or save the world or to be a princess? We don't know. What did you expect to do your job?
I started dance when I was 3 years old, but I started in ballet. So my dreams when I was young was to be a dancer, but I wanted to be a ballerina.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's very nice. At 3 years old, you started.
Yes.
And after you keep continue on this way, you said, I will be a dancer anyway.
Yes.
This was your decision.
I took ballet from the time I was 3 until I was 18 years old.
Okay.
Yes, but it was very clear that I did not have the right body type to be a ballerina. I also, where I lived on a farm, and my parents had to drive very far to take me to my dance classes. So I had to only take my ballet class once or twice a week. And so I was always dancing around in my living room. Yes.
So you're born to be a dancer.
I did want to be a dancer, and my sights were very narrow with ballet. I thought ballet was the only way, the dance. But after I stopped dancing, I thought originally I went to school. I thought my idea or my goal was I was going to be an interpreter for the deaf. So I went to school for sign language.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So that was what I thought I saw myself doing, yes.
Je vais un peu traduire pour les gens qui ne comprennent pas trop l'anglais. Donc, en fait, depuis l'âge de 3 ans, elle est danseuse et elle rêvait d'être une danseuse de ballet. Et donc, en fait, donc c'est une danseuse dans l'âme. Donc, elle est née pour être danseuse. Donc, c'est magnifique. Bravo, bravo Aziza. That's to keep this and to follow your dreams. Very important. Et toi, Esmeralda, on t'a perdu en route. Qu'est-ce que tu voulais faire quand tu étais petite? Quand tu étais petite? Oh non, elle est rebloquée. Ah non, c'est bon, ça va.
You know, I'm gonna answer that in English because I don't know
Okay,
how to say
vas-y.
it in French. I don't have a good vocabulary.
C'est pas...
I didn't know, and people used to call me a strange, you know, because I didn't know what I wanted to be. I was so lost for so long. And something very about me is that when I was a child, I was not very, very beautiful. Let's say I was not that child that used to look and say, "Oh my God, she's so beautiful." No,
We can believe it.
But people used to look at me seriously. I'm telling you. It's true. But people used to look at me and that's funny. I always had this expression. I always make many faces when I talk. So I remember thinking that if it was nice to look at my face, if it was funny and cute, so I should find something that, you know, that would suit that. And but I changed it many times. My mom, she worked in a bank for her whole life, so I wanted to work in a bank. And then my godmother, she's graduated in history, and at some point I wanted to do that. And but then I remember when I was 9, my ballet teacher, she told me, I don't know if your future is in ballet, but you know how to express yourself. You should consider finding somewhere you can express yourself. And then here I am.
Okay. That's very nice. But I think you both was born to be dancer, to be honest. And it's very, very amazing that you said you was lost and you said I was not beautiful. How come on you can speak? You are so beautiful, so beautiful. Believe me. I wish to come back in the past and say, hey, Esmeralda, you are very beautiful. You will see what you will do. Okay, nice. I want to know if so Aziza, you said you start at 3. Tu as commencé à 3 ans.
Oui.
And yes, and now how long you are dancing now today? You carry?
Do you mean in Oriental dance?
Or... Yes, let's talk about Oriental dance. Yes.
Okay. Yes. I discovered Oriental dance when I was 20 years old.
Okay.
Yes, and it opened a whole new world that was not ballet, and I didn't know very much at all about the cultures it was from or the music, and I was just blown away. I was obsessed from my first class. I think many of us are like this.
Yeah.
And the ability to be able to express myself and to move the way the music moved me was so different from the ideal movement from ballet that you do it right or it's not correct. So that opened up a whole new world. So I started that when I was 20, and I'll tell you how long it's been, and the math, and you know how old I am. So it's almost 33 years.
Oh, wow. That's very amazing. Very amazing. And
yes.
You, Esmeralda? When you start Oriental dance, what age? Quel âge tu as commencé la danse orientale, du coup?
I started belly dance when I was 16.
Okay, 16.
And
16 ans.
It's been 21 years now. And
I try to discover your home because the connection is difficult.
But it's
interesting for me.
Yes. I think it's Brazil is too maybe the president heard you and he blocked you now. No. Yes, because your word is cutting. So maybe you can draw down the
I start. Can you hear me now?
This is the live. We never explain.
Can you hear me better?
Wait.
There is a delay.
Wait. Continue to speak.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Because I think there is a delay.
Okay.
On the connection.
Yes. Yalla bina.
Okay. So I started belly dance when I was 16. Yeah, and I was a teenager, kid/teenager when you're 16. So and I came from jazz and ballet, so very similar to what Aziza said. I was enchanted freedom that I saw on a belly dancer's body, and I was like, how amazing it is to just feel whatever it is that you're feeling and just dance. I was crazy about that. And so it's been 21 years that I allow myself to be free in this dance.
Wow. I will translate because it's very interesting what both of you said. En fait, elles ont toutes les deux, comme vous avez compris, commencé la danse avec du ballet, du jazz. Et en fait, elles ont découvert que la danse orientale pouvait apporter une liberté, en fait. Donc, Esmeralda a découvert la danse orientale à 16 ans et Aziza à 20 ans. Donc voilà, et elles ont découvert vraiment cette liberté qu'a la danse orientale. Donc, je trouve ça vraiment... Voilà, donc comme quoi, elles ont vraiment commencé une formation de ballet toutes les deux. Donc voilà, c'est intéressant. Et donc, du coup, on va continuer. Donc, Esmeralda, ça fait 20 ans, elle a à peu près 20 ans de carrière, et Aziza, une trentaine d'années de carrière. Voilà, donc un beau parcours incroyable. Vraiment. Et I wish you 50 years more of career. More and more. So, donc, je vais te demander à Esmeralda, est-ce que c'était justement difficile d'avoir cette carrière, de construire cette carrière en danse orientale? Est-ce que tu as trouvé ça difficile? Parce que maintenant, tu es une artiste reconnue dans le monde entier, donc est-ce que ça a été difficile pour toi? I think this. Maybe I start with Aziza.
Oh my God! Now I'm listening to you. The delay.
Ah, okay. There is a delay. Okay. Yalla bina, go. Maybe we can dance.
It's cutting.
Yes, just keep making faces. It'll be very entertaining.
Sharon, please say it again, love. I did. It cutted everything.
I know. Maybe you can go back and restart the Wi-Fi and you connect. Maybe let's see this, if you want.
Okay, I'll come back. Just a minute.
Okay. So Aziza, now I start. So again, the question. Very interesting interview. So I want to know if for you it was difficult to choose this kind of dancing to build your career, because now you are very international dancer. You visit so many countries. But I want to know if it was difficult or not for you.
Well, it was an interesting evolution on how it happened, because I'm very lucky that when I started dancing and where I started dancing, it's at the end of the 80s. Oh my God, can you believe the end of the 80s? I started my career working in clubs with live music in both, I was in Persian clubs and Lebanese clubs and Greek clubs. And so I got the very end of a lot of dancing with live music in front and at weddings. Yes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think that this is not available for many dancers to get the opportunity to really work with live musicians night after night. So I feel like my early education, I started dancing a lot, and I learned a lot dancing for families from the culture and all of this. So I had almost 15 years of working in clubs before I started traveling.
So you was a woman who working in a club. Okay, really interesting. Ooh, I love this scoop like this. Okay.
Yes, so that was a big part of my growing up, being able to improvise, being able to read a room, being able to react to the energy that's in the room. I think that was a really big part of my education and being able to perform in any circumstance. I'm glad that I had that opportunity. Now, starting to change and do a shift where now you travel. First of all, I was so excited.
Of course. Well, can I ask you what it was, if you remember, the first country to make the first invitation for you for teaching?
That was outside of the US. That was in Germany for Leila Juvana's.
Oh, nice.
Yes, for her festival. Now, listen, this is one thing that it is very unique, I think, for the reason that I have the career that I do, is that right when all of this was happening was the very beginning of the internet, when people started using the internet. So if you go on, it was difficult to find anything about dance on the internet. So the fact is that Leila Juvana hired me to teach at her festival without seeing me perform. Yes, and it was because I had entered competitions in the US. So, and she knew some promoters in the US, and I had won competitions, and so she invited me without knowing anything about me, which is...
That's crazy.
It is
very nice.
And because her festival was so big and so many people from so many different countries would come to her festivals, that's what introduced me to Europe. So then I started.
And after, boom.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Aziza. Of course, because you have your own style and nobody look like your dance. Exactly also like Esmeralda. Especially what I prefer in artists, that you... Aziza is Aziza. Esmeralda, there is no two. Aziza, there is no two Esmeralda. This is very powerful. You are really a superwoman, the both of you. Really. But it was difficult or not, to be honest, to your start. Even you have luck because Leila Juvana invite you, but it was after the things step by step start to be easy. C'était facile pour elle, sa carrière, je lui demande.
Is this for me?
Yeah, to finish with this.
I have to say that, of course, at the very beginning, it was, you don't know how long it's going to last. You're so excited that you're being invited, and then you say yes to everything because you think this is the only, it's happening. And then I love to travel. I love to teach. But the actual physical part of being in the airports and carrying your suitcases and staying in hotels and being away from your family, after this a while, this is the part that's hard.
Yeah.
I am so blessed and so lucky I've been able to do this. I mean, it is every time I get into, no matter if I'm jet lagged or I'm homesick, once I get in the classroom and the people are there and they're excited and they want to see me, little me from Oregon,
yes.
Like I feel so blessed for that I forget that I'm tired. I forget that I'm lonely at night in the hotel. So I feel very, very lucky. And the fact that it continues, I still don't believe it, really.
Yeah. Yes, you can believe it, but believe me, I think you are also eternal beauty, because you still so much beautiful all this year, and you don't change. That's I want to tell you this love message to you, and I think all the people as will be agree with me. So much.
Absolutely.
How maybe she's a vampire or something like this.
Oh no.
We have,
She don't know.
Sharon, we have a joke here in Brazil that when we see someone like so beautiful and, you know, years passing and the person don't change at all, we joke that probably she's sleeping in formal. Formal. I don't know if it's the same name.
C'est ça. Esmeralda, en fait, elle dit, parce que je dis que Aziza, je la trouve magnifique, elle ne change pas avec les années. Esmeralda nous dit qu'il y a une blague en Brésil. Quand une femme comme ça est si belle et ne change pas, en fait, elle doit plonger dans le formol. Vous savez, le formol pour conserver les cadavres. Donc voilà.
So, it's a joke, huh? It's a joke that we have here because it's conserved. It's amazing. It's beautiful. We go like, what's happening with you? The years are not passing. Where are you asleep?
But I think it's also the dancing, the life we choose also is keep us, we have to keep, stay young like this. And et toi, Esmeralda, alors, et toi, about your career, how was, it was difficult, or it was, how the thing happened to you like this, that you travel all over the world? Elle voyage beaucoup. Je voulais savoir si ça a été facile ou difficile pour elle d'arriver à cette carrière-là.
So I started my career actually traveling because I started belly dance in Brazil, and after 2 years, I went to live in Arab countries, and I stayed there for 12 years. So I feel that I grew
up. Which country? You said it was Tunisia?
Yes, I lived in Tunisia, in Morocco, in Argels, in Emirates, in Qatar, in Syria, in Lebanon, and in Oman.
Oh my God.
So in these 12 years, I was jumping from one to the other and coming back. And, you know, that was my life for 12 years. So, and I didn't know about this festival life. I didn't know that festivals were happening. I didn't know. Really, I was just into my Arabic life, my everyday dancing on restaurants, and this was something that agreeing with Aziza, I was very blessed to have the opportunity to grow up as a dancer on stage, because I feel that more and more the new generations are losing this. We have a lot of dancers, we have a lot of festivals and everything, but we don't have that much places where they can develop. And it's a unique school to go on stage to dance for people. Especially in my case, I danced for Arabic people for 12 years. It was an amazing school because they made me every day, little by little, you know, seeing if people were happy or not, if learning from the musicians, you know. And probably, you know, that Arabic people, they are very honest. So if the show was good, yeah, Esmeralda, today you did very good. And when the show was bad, they were like, Esmeralda, what you did today? Very bad, very bad. So,
that's really cool.
So that was it.
When you travel to this country, Morocco, Tunisia, Lebanon, and everything, you was dancer in a ballet, folkloric ballet or oriental ballet? Was what stage, hotel? What it was exactly?
I worked in a hotel restaurant. So these restaurants that we call it restaurant show or restaurant cabaret, they were inside of hotels. And I was agency by La Maison de l'Artiste, which is an artist agency from Lebanon.
Okay.
And I was in solo career all the time, you know, so they were responsible for showcasing dancers for 5-star hotels that had Lebanese restaurants in it. So the contract was from 1 month up to, I don't know, 6, 9 months, depending if they like you, depending, you know. My biggest contract was in Tunisia. I stay in Tunisia non-stop for 9 months.
We have people from Tunisia now connect. You can say hello, Tunisia. Bonjour, la Tunisie.
Salut, salut. La baisse. I love Tunisia. Tunisia is a place that I love. So anyway, when I stopped working in Arabic countries for many reasons, for personal reasons, I discovered this new world, this new part of belly dance life, which was festivals. And I was very excited that people were interested in having me, and it was really nice to have back in my life the experience of traveling all the time, because this is something that I love. I'm very gypsy, but at the same time having having this gift that is coming back home quick. Exactly. Like I can go, I can travel, I can meet people, I can see new places, but I don't need to wait a whole year to come back home and see my family. Yes. So I loved this new life. It was, wow. It's like, wow, I can go to the other side of the world and spend 2 weeks or a month and come back.
Wow, amazing. En fait, toutes les deux, elles n'ont... ça a été une chance pour elles. En fait, elles ne pensaient pas en fait arriver à voyager dans le monde entier comme ça. Et voilà. Et grâce à Dieu, nous avons des artistes comme elles qui donnent leur touche, leur style, leur enseignement. Et elles ont commencé toutes les deux comme danseuses. Donc, l'enseignement est venu après aussi. Voilà. Et Esmeralda, c'est beaucoup de pays orientaux. Le Maroc, la Tunisie, le Liban, Syria, you say to me also, I think. Ouais, Syria. Bon, elle a une expérience, elle a travaillé dans les hôtels, elle a eu des contrats. Enfin bon, c'est très intéressant. Et very glad also that Arabic country also, they take people from very outside country, because it's from, you was living in Sao Paulo. You were living in Sao Paulo, so how they trust for people who stranger not Arabic to dance this art also. That's very interesting.
Yeah, like I was connected to this agency by a Lebanese family from here in Sao Paulo, and okay. One of the things that they made it very clear for me in the beginning was like, you look Arabic, that's good. You know, and this was one of the most challenging parts of my career, because I was dancing in Arabic countries, and sometimes people ask, oh, from where is this dancer? You know, what's her nationality? And is she Lebanese or is she Moroccan or where? And people go like, no, she's Brazilian. You're like, no way. No way. I mean, she doesn't dance like Arabic, but she looks like Arabic. So there's something wrong. So that was the most challenging thing for me, to look like an Arabic and not dancing like an Arabic. This was my biggest, you know, I said, I need to change that. If I look like an Arabic, then I have to do something in order to combine, you know, the dance with my face. And I don't know. It was hard.
En fait, je traduis puisqu'on m'a demandé de traduire. Je lui ai demandé en fait qu'elle a été invitée donc, dans plusieurs pays, et j'ai dit spécialement pour une fille qui venait du Brésil de travailler dans des pays arabes. Et donc du coup, elle a été managée par une famille libanaise. Et pour eux, en fait, pour eux, elle ressemblait vraiment à une Libanaise, une orientale complètement. Donc, c'était vraiment, voilà, les gens ne croyaient pas qu'elle était brésilienne, qu'elle était vraiment orientale. And Aziza, also, the people was thinking that they said, oh, she look Lebanese, or because you can look like really a Lebanese style, I can imagine.
Yes, sometimes I've got Persian and Lebanese. Yeah.
Okay.
And then they also guessed Italian, and they guessed all sorts of, but I just
wouldn't
know.
That is when you was working in a restaurant and thing, they was believe that you was from America or Canada. It's, or they say no way, you Lebanese or like this.
I think at the beginning when I first started working in clubs and restaurants, it was pretty clear that I was not Lebanese, or yes, because I still had so much ballet and I was so excited to dance, and I was not like Esmeralda. I was not moving. It took me a long time to understand how to hear the music and how to move in a way that was, a little more Arab.
Wow. Okay, very nice answer, really interesting. Alors, okay, Aziza, I will ask you because you are a woman super sportive. Okay, we know this. We can see in your Facebook that you say she have no fat. Elle est super sportive. C'est une super woman. On voit sur ses photos quand on voit son corps, il est extraordinaire. Elle est musclée, elle est sexy, elle est sublime. Donc je sais qu'elle adore faire du sport et qu'elle s'entretient beaucoup. So how I will explain, of course. How long do you work out for yourself, and what is your beauty secret? Please?
Okay, first I want to say that it has not always been like this.
Oh.
I made a very clear and conscious decision about 3.5, 4 years ago. I'm getting older. My body is getting older. The amount of energy and the amount of you just need to be very strong in order to travel the way that I travel. Like, you have to take care of yourself. And when I was younger, I was not as focused on this. And especially about what I put in my body, I was not as careful. And I realized that if I want to keep going, that I have to change the way that I think about how I take care of myself. Yes, because I thought if I work out, all right, but I was doing other things that were not necessarily good for my body. So 3 years ago, almost 4 years ago, I stopped eating sugar.
Oh.
No sugar.
Really? No sugar?
No sugar. Now look, this sounds like I am...
Elle a arrêté at 27 because it's the boom, what you say, for a woman. Elle a décidé en fait d'arrêter complètement le sucre. C'est fini, plus de sucre.
Yes.
How you can live without sugar sometimes.
Now look, it was very difficult at first, believe me, because I have a very big sweet tooth, but I did a lot of research, and I realized that a lot of the food that we eat has so much sugar in it, and it was causing inflammation, and it was causing me to have issues with my body, with my hips when I sit on the plane for so much, carrying the suitcases, all these things, dancing so much. It was not good. So if I was going to change, I needed to make a big change. So I stopped eating sugar. Now, I don't want it to sound like I only eat grass or, like I am still able to make things that are treats for me. Like I use stevia, or I use other things that are not refined sugar. And I have to have a balance, because there is a thing as quality of life. I enjoy eating good things, and so I do allow myself to drink wine because that makes me happy. But I know that the big change that I made in not eating sugar, that has made I feel better. My head feels better. My skin is better. I sleep.
And you protect, of course, your body and to be more.
And as far as being sportive, I also upped this. I started adding a lot more stretching and yoga because I knew that it was better for my body. I think if you look, I've tried to put about 2 hours a day into my body. And that means stretching or working out, or, that is 2 hours a day. That is part of working with my body. That's the ideal. It doesn't happen every day, but that's the ideal. Yeah.
En fait, donc comme je l'ai dit, elle a arrêté le sucre. Et elle essaye de protéger en fait son corps, puisque bon, voilà, on avance dans l'âge et donc du coup, forcément, il faut se protéger. Et elle s'est rendue compte qu'en mangeant beaucoup plus équilibré, en éliminant du sucre, des choses comme ça, en fait, ça allait mieux, que son visage allait mieux, que son corps allait mieux, qu'elle se sentait mieux dans son corps. Voilà. Donc ça, c'est voilà aussi. But I remember the first time I met you, it was 10 or 12 years ago, something like this. I remember this time. Because it was in Elat Festival, long time ago, and we went in the elevator, and me, I have like, I go out in a party last day, you know, I have big glasses, and I was so sleepy, and you was in elevator like this with the things ready to run and to make like 10 kilometers. I said, okay, I must maybe to change my life. Juste en fait pour traduire, la première fois que je l'ai rencontré, c'était à Elat Festival, donc organisé par Orit. Et en fait, moi, je rentrais de soirée, je sais plus quoi, j'avais des lunettes noires, j'avais fait la fête et tout. Et je la rencontre dans l'ascenseur, donc je lui dis bonjour et tout. Et je la vois, bon, moi, j'ai mes lunettes, fatiguée et tout, je la vois elle, au taquet, en forme, avec ses écouteurs, prête à faire 10 km. Enfin voilà, je me suis dit, oulala, il faut que... Peut-être que je devrais faire comme Aziza. Ça suffit, Sharon. Ok. Merci, Aziza, for your secret body to share with us. So, no sugar, girl.
We have. Oh my God! I have to cut the sugar. I'm already planning on my head. I'm here.
It's possible.
Let's take the sugar off.
Yes, but she said you can continue to drink wine. In case of. The grape is very good for the face, I think.
I think I'm doing many funny faces here.
It's what you done when you was kids. You see, you can change yourself. So let's talk about your look, your style. Moi, je peux parler de ton style vestimentaire, de son style à elle. Elle a un style vraiment particulier. De costume, comment elle s'habille, comment elle interprète. Enfin, elle est vraiment particulière. So, when you have decided to have this kind of look of your costume, of the way you put on your hair, maybe it was all the time inside you, or maybe you saw something, or maybe you love vintage. Explain to us your style.
It's me?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, you know, Sharon, when I was living in Arabic countries and dancing in the restaurants, you have to have a specific style to work, you know, in these places. So it was always like, you know, have your dress beautiful, have your hair beautiful. You have to show skin, at the same time, not so much. Anyway, I was always following rules. And then when I came to Brazil, it was 2010.
Okay.
The first time that someone asked me, if you could choose anything to wear, if someone tells you that you can wear anything you want to dance, disconnect your mind from, you know, the style and the statics that you have to have in Arabic countries, what would you choose? And this day was the day that I draw.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think I draw the green costume that you put on the publicity for the live.
With the shoulders like this, and oh yeah, very nice.
Yeah, I said if I could dance like this, I would be so happy. I didn't know that I could, because I was still working in Arabic countries, and if I go on stage with a turban and a cape, people would kill me. That was not possible at all.
Okay. Wow.
So, and I don't know if I have a specific inspiration for that, but when I arrived in Arabic country with 19 years old, I was very surprised and enchanted by Arabic women, especially the women from the Gulf area. Because I came from a society, from a carnival society, you know, and here in Brazil, you can walk wearing just a bikini on streets, you know. So it's, in my mind, I didn't know another way of showing beauty and femininity. You know, my body language was the body language from my society, you know, hair and shoulder and legs. And anyway, so when I saw, the first time that I saw life like this in front of me, an Arabic woman dress in the modesty fashion that they call, you know, the modesty. The first time I saw that, I was extreme. That was, I don't even know how to describe. I was shocked, but in a very good way, because I was like, I can feel your beauty, I can feel your femininity, and you're all covered. How is that? I was very young. Please understand me. I was very young, and it was the first time in my life I was looking at a woman. You know, when I was 19, we didn't have internet. I mean, it was no YouTube, no Pinterest, no nothing. I didn't know what was expecting me, and I was amazed by that. And I already had a history with scarves and turbans. This is something that I have since I'm very, very young. I got this from my grandmother. So I loved that. And when I create this first costume, the green one, that I said, I would like to have the feeling of dancing more covered, not completely covered. I didn't want a folk dress. I didn't want to be in a folk dress. I wanted to be in a rock sharky, but I wanted to be covered. I wanted to have the, you know,
you don't want to
sleeves.
Yeah, understand. I will translate. En fait, je vais lui expliquer son style. Je raccourcis parce qu'elle a dit beaucoup de choses. Mais en gros, en fait, elle voulait danser donc, avec ses costumes, se sentir peut-être moins nue, moins déshabillée. Et elle voulait, en fait, et elle a vu une femme dans les pays étrangers. Et elle s'est dit, waouh, j'adore ton style, couvert, tatata. Et elle s'est dit, moi aussi, j'ai envie de danser en étant un peu plus à l'aise avec mon corps. Donc, elle a dessiné la photo du poster que vous pouvez voir pour l'interview, son costume vert, où elle l'a dessiné, elle l'a imaginé, et donc de danser avec un style beaucoup plus couvert, les cheveux. Et ensuite, concernant ce qu'elle met sur la tête, elle fait ça depuis très longtemps. Et ça vient de sa grand-mère. Voilà, donc voilà. C'est very interesting.
Sharon, can I just add something?
Yes, of course.
I know I talk too much. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we have time.
I just want to add something. Every time I imagine a costume, I try to imagine how comfortable people would feel looking at me.
Okay.
Because sometimes, you know, I do love open dresses and, you know, all skin off, skin out, showing off. I do love that. But from all these years working in Arabic countries, I remember being more, of course, desired by men, you know. I'm not saying I want to be desired by women, it's not that. But I used to feel, you know, in the shows that sometimes the women, they look at me and they smile, but they don't really see me. They don't, you know, it's like it was uncomfortable for them to look at me. I felt that many times. So every time I think about a costume, I think like, will women feel comfortable looking at me like that? Okay. Will they, thinking about any age, thinking about any nationality, you know, like, will they like to see me like that? Because I need people to like looking at me. For me, it's very important, because when I go on stage, I want people to be happy. That's all I want. I want people to be satisfied with what they're seeing.
Okay. Okay.
Because I'm already happy with the opportunity. I'm already blessed with the opportunity to dance. You know, when I enter on stage, I'm already happy. I don't need to satisfy myself anymore. So people comes first, you know, and it's important for me. I think all these years in Arabic country made me have this thought. So I have to put on a dress and think like, will all the women be comfortable and happy looking at me dressed like that?
Ok. Donc en fait, elle explique que pour elle, ce qui est très important, le fait aussi d'avoir voyagé dans des pays arabes, quoi que ce soit, elle veut en fait, quand elle danse, se sentir confortable et surtout aussi au niveau des regards des autres. En fait, elle veut que, tu vois, que ce soit les femmes ou les hommes, la regardent bien et sentir que tout le monde soit content en fait. Voilà. Mais we are happy. you have very good design style. We love it so much. Aziza too, of course. It's completely different style, but it's beautiful, both of you. So, Aziza, tell me one of the best beautiful memories that you had in your career or in your life, as you want to choose.
Excuse me. This is a very difficult question to answer because I have many, many memories, more beautiful memories than bad memories, for sure.
Of course.
I think there are some that stand out. I will say, I remember dancing in Buenos Aires with Amir Taleb's Encuentro in front of the biggest class I have ever taught to in my life. There were 1,300 students at one time.
Je traduis. Donc, en fait, je lui ai demandé in Buenos Aires, you say Buenos Aires.
Yes, Buenos Aires.
Donc, en fait, je lui ai demandé un beau souvenir. Elle m'a dit qu'elle en a beaucoup, forcément plus que des mauvais, on l'espère. Et ben, elle m'a répondu qu'elle était allée dans un événement où elle avait plus de 1500 students, en fait, élèves à Buenos Aires. Continue.
Yes. So the reason, more than just Buenos Aires has beautiful people, and the energy in the room was amazing, and they have beautiful dancers too, and just it was a sea of gorgeous dancers all in front of me, and I was so nervous, and I thought, this is impossible. This is impossible. And when I went up and they introduced me, and then everyone screams because they're excited, and so I felt like Madonna. But the most amazing, I think, that very moment when after I got over my nerves and the music started and I start dancing I even get emotional thinking about it now. I felt like my body continued through all of, like I did a movement and all of these bodies were doing my movement, and I felt like my body expanded through that whole room in that moment. It was an incredible moment, really. Wow. I think that I will remember. And I have to say also, I have many, many beautiful moments. This is more recent in my dream camps that I sponsor. I have a very special feeling about it because with all of the traveling, sometimes it gets to where you feel like you don't make connections, like you show up to an event and then you have to leave right away. And so the ability to stay for 1 week and work very deeply, that there have been some really beautiful moments at Dream Camp too. So I'd say those are the two best moments, I think, in my career.
I want after, at the end, you also speak about this Dream Camp, because we have to know, for the people don't know what is it, if you can after explain to us what is it. But juste pour vous expliquer, donc elle nous a expliqué donc ce moment à Buenos Aires où il y avait des milliers de stagiaires et qu'elle s'est sentie comme Madonna, tout le monde criait waouh, c'est ça, et en fait c'est vrai que cette énergie que le public lui a donnée, c'est vrai que pour un artiste, je le comprends, hein, quand on se sent aimé comme ça donne des ailes en fait, et on se dit waouh, comment. Alors elle était stressée, mais après quand elle a vu toute cette magnifique énergie, elle s'est dit waouh. Donc ça c'est un des bons souvenirs qu'elle a eu. Et aussi elle parlait de son bootcamp. Elle va nous en parler après. En fait, Aziza va nous en parler après un peu pour savoir qu'est-ce que c'est exactement et tout ça. Super. Et toi, Esmeralda, un beau moment, un beautiful moment in your life, in your career, dancing? You choose.
Yeah, that's hard to choose one.
Of
So
course.
I'm gonna take. I think I'm gonna take one of the most important moments in my life, not specifically in my career, which was my daughter's birth. That was my life-changing moment, because I was never expected to be a mother. I never considered myself a mother material, so
Okay.
that was very important for me and very scary. But I will never forget that day, and I will never forget the first trip, the first festival that I did after my daughter was born, because I really thought that from the moment she was born, my career would not go on. I really thought it would not happen anymore. So I couldn't believe I was actually, I'm a mom, and now I'm going to a festival. See you soon, baby. Yeah, mom is going to dance outside. it was really nice. But I have amazing moments.
Of course. How old is she now? Oh, you beautiful baby. How is she? 3?
She's 3. She's 3.
3, beautiful.
She's a hurricane.
Hurricane, okay. Maybe like her mom. And you will like it that she will be dancer like you? You will or you don't want? You say it's too complicated. If she said in 10 years, Mom, I want to be like you, you will say, okay, yalla, help you. You will say, no, I want to be a doctor to heal me when I will be old.
From the moment my daughter was born, it was very clear to me that everything that I do, it's an example for her. Everything. At some point, she will start questioning me about my choices, about my life, and I want her to know that I am a human. So of course, I will do some wrong choices along the way, but I will do the best, the most of right choices that I can. And the point that she understands that, she also needs to understand that she is free to do her choices too, the same way I was. I know it was hard for my mom to let me go, because I'm the only child. I don't have brothers. I don't have sisters. So it was really hard for my mom. These 12 years, for example, in the other side of the world, we didn't have WhatsApp. We didn't have Skype. We didn't have anything. But the moment she put herself as a strong base for me, like, you want to do this, so you go there, you do your best, and when you want to come back, you come back. I'm still your mom. This is still your house. So this is the posture that I have to have with my daughter. So if my daughter looks at me and she goes like, Mama, I want to be a dancer, and I was like, okay, sweetheart, so you better be good. Let's make this good.
Okay. Agree. Alors, je lui ai demandé à un bon moment, donc elle a dit qu'en fait, que c'était forcément la naissance de sa fille, qui a 3 ans maintenant. Donc, ça a été un moment très émotionnel pour elle. Donc, elle a choisi ce moment-là. Et je lui ai demandé, donc forcément, si sa fille voulait devenir elle aussi une artiste. Elle a dit, oui, t'as intérêt, mais t'as intérêt d'être la meilleure. Mais évidemment, elle la soutiendra. Donc, je résume à chaque fois. Okay. Mais she must be very happy that you don't travel. Stay all the time with her. She said, what happened? Mom is always here. No, she don't think this for your baby. She don't say, oh, she's always in the house now. She must be very happy. No?
She is.
Yes.
But the other day she asked me, where's my luggage?
Oh!
Mama, where's the luggage? Where's the luggage?
That's funny. So now let's go to Aziza. So now we say beautiful. I want bad moment, bad memories of your life, your career, I don't know. Can you share this with us? I know, it's more complicated to show this. We have many beautiful moments, but bad is always...
Yes, this also is very difficult because I've had difficult moments. There have been times, sometimes when, oh boy. I think there have been times in the past when I've been performing, not in a festival situation, not for other dancers, but in private parties where they don't understand or respect, especially dancing in the US. Because I was making a living with my dancing, there were times that I'm hired to dance and they have a different idea of what the entertainment is being offered, and having to really feel obligated to dance for people that didn't respect what I was doing was very difficult for me. Yes. And let's see, there have been only a few handful of times, I would say 80-90% of the time, I am treated very well when I travel, but there have been sometimes that sponsors don't understand that to give you what you need to be the best at your job. There have been times when, I'm not fed and I don't have transportation and I'm not taken care of in order for me to do the best that I can in order to do what I am hired to do. So there have been a couple of instances like that, but I'm not mentioning any names.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Okay, of course. So if I have to explain to the people, so now, what do I say? So, c'était un peu difficile pour elle, forcément, quand elle est de danser, en fait, déjà dans des clubs, des choses comme ça. Donc, de respecter la danseuse, en fait. Ça, je pense qu'il y a beaucoup de danseurs qui ont eu ces problèmes-là, en fait. Forcément, une belle fille, jolie, qui danse bien, voilà, dans des clubs américains. It was in American club. You say, when you say this, which city?
Hired to do parties, sometimes getting corporate contracts, to those kind of performances. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let's forget this shit. We focus on very nice. And you, Esmeralda, tell us something sad, difficult memories.
I remember I was working in Dubai, and one day a musician asked me, Esmeralda, you are so beautiful and you're smart. You speak 4 languages. You have a nice family. What is wrong with you that you chose to be a dancer? Why you put yourself so low?
Oh my God.
And I didn't know what to answer, and I never forgot this question. It was really sad for me to hear that from a musician that was working to me. At that point, we were working together for 3 months. And I realized that even though I was there showing up every day, being professional and giving my best and showing my character,
and
it was not enough.
Like this. It was not enough. Okay.
It was not enough. Oh, you're a good person. You have an amazing character. You're a professional. You're this and you're that. You're still so low because you choose to be a dancer.
And what you answer to him? Maybe you didn't speak at all to him anymore.
I just told him I was not going to answer. And then he said, you have an idea that you have to think about your future, right? Because what are you going to do? You have to think about your future. You have to hope for the best. And then I just remember telling him, "You take care of yours. I will take care of mine."
Do you still friend?
But I cried a lot. I went back to my room and I cried a lot. No, I have no idea where he is now. Thanks God.
I'm sure he know where you are. This is difference to see you.
Hopefully, baby. Hopefully, you know what I am.
Donc, je vais traduire. Donc, en fait, un des mauvais moments qu'elle a eu, c'était un musicien. On lui dit pas bonjour d'ailleurs à ce mec qui lui a dit Esmeralda, tu es magnifique, tu es belle, tu es intelligente, tu as un sourire. Comment est-ce que tu peux être danseuse orientale? Donc, ça l'a choquée. Ça l'a choquée. Et ça lui a fait vraiment du mal, quoi. Mais voilà. So, we don't say hello to this guy. And ouf, il completely make big mistake to say this. Enfin bref. Ok. Ok, Aziza, what do you I don't know if I start with the negative or the positive. What do you don't like in the Oriental dance atmosphere, universe? I don't know how to say this. In this job, what do you don't like?
One thing that I think that concerns me about what's happening in Oriental dance now, it's like a conflict, actually, because we are so globally connected now with the internet, and you have so much information at your fingertips. You can learn anything about Oriental dance. And when I first started, this was so hard to find information, especially from the countries of origin. And where I was at, it was nearly impossible. And now I feel that the dancers of today have everything there, that they can do their own research and find out things. But sometimes the information is so overwhelming that they don't know where to focus. And also I'm seeing that, when I was first starting out and trying to figure out how to establish myself, or after working so long in the clubs, that I had to make a conscious decision if I was going to go back to school or if I was going to continue. And the only way to continue was to make a name for myself. And so for me, the timing was just, I had been working very hard. It was the beginning of the internet, and people being connected. So it was easier for me to establish myself globally. But what I see now is that many dancers, they're working so hard to try to make a name for themselves. And it seems like the span of attention has gone so, with TikTok, how many seconds are they dancing? With what's happening, everybody is trying to be so big and loud and make their movements like nobody has ever seen before. And I don't see the calmness and the authenticity and the connection and the breath. And you don't be able to develop a performance that starts from somewhere and goes somewhere and takes you on a story. You have to be bam, 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 bam to get the attention now. And it breaks my heart that these dancers are comparing themselves to what they see that is cultivated online. Anybody who puts a little clip of their dancing worked on that tiny clip for a long time and only chose the very best with the best filters. And that's what they're comparing themselves to. And it just breaks my heart because I don't, I feel like I'm, the oldest one backstage going, listen to me, ladies, this is how it's really about. You know what I mean? I don't want to sound like back when I was a dancer and I danced for 45 minutes to a live band. And I didn't have to worry about being compared because I could be in the moment and develop something. And now it's only competitions or it's those little clips that you put online. And so I really feel this is the thing that makes me hurt for the dancers that are trying to find their way and trying to find their voice. But there's just too much comparison and cultivated images that they're trying to compare themselves to. And that's what makes me sad.
It's very interesting what you say. Donc, je vais un peu raccourcir, mais en gros, je lui ai demandé qu'est-ce qu'elle n'aime pas dans le milieu. Et en fait, ce qu'elle n'aime pas, c'est qu'elle a travaillé très dur, développé son propre style, sa propre carrière, qu'à l'époque, quand elle a commencé, il n'y avait pas Internet, il n'y avait pas de vidéo, il n'y avait pas autant de choses qu'il y a maintenant, autant de connaissances, de savoir. Et en fait, elle trouve que maintenant, ce qui lui brise le cœur, son cœur à elle, c'est qu'elle trouve qu'il y a trop de compétition, il n'y a pas de limite trop de fils, c'est plus concours de beauté qui va me donner le plus de performance, qui va faire plus bam 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 bam. Il n'y a pas ce feeling en fait qu'elle recherche l'authenticité de la vraie danse en fait. Elle a dansé, elle a fait des shows de 40 minutes d'affilée. Et 40 minutes, il faut les tenir, on le sait. Et sur ces 40 minutes, en fait, tu avais le temps de montrer toutes les choses, toute la subtilité de la danse que maintenant, on ne peut plus montrer. Voilà. Et surtout, ce qui l'énerve, c'est que justement, c'est qu'on a la possibilité de le faire, mais que du coup, c'est un autre courant qui est monté. Esmeralda, tu as compris un peu ce que j'ai dit? J'ai bien résumé?
Ouais.
D'accord. Et toi? Ouais. Et toi, si tu peux me parler d'une chose que tu n'aimes pas dans ce milieu?
Bon, je suis d'accord 100% avec Aziza. What she said, it's amazing, it's perfect. And I just want to add that you have to show how good you are in 15 seconds or 2 minutes or 3 minutes. You know, your whole experience as a dancer have to be into this timing. And a consequence that it's been bothering me a lot is the hurry. Everybody's in a hurry to make a name, a hurry to dance, a hurry to show that there's a hurry, you know. You cannot talk to a flower and tell her, blossom, yes, go. You cannot.
So interesting.
That's impossible. And this is what's happening with dancers, you know. We are the result of everything we lived in this life so far. We have a baggage, you know, we have a history. The more you develop as a woman, the more you develop as a dancer. The more you develop as a human being, the more you develop as a dancer. You know, it's a double path. Things work together. Things walk together. And I see, you know, for example, very young dancers in a hurry to be someone. I remember a few months ago, I had this girl asking me, like, look, I've been belly dancing for 5 years and nothing is happening. So I want to know, what do I have to do? I told her, girl, I danced for 12 years in Arabic country. Nobody knew my name. It's not like that. There is not you know, it's not a recipe. It's not like a cake. I mean,
sure.
It's really relative.
The cake. Very nice.
So this is really hurting me because I don't have a recipe to give to anyone. I don't think you have to study, you have to work hard, you have to build yourself, you have to believe in time, and you have to believe in your own experiences. And blossom like that, happen like that, I don't know, I feel...
En fait, elle pense la même chose qu'Aziza, elle rajoute encore plus. Elle a donné une image qui est très forte. Elle a dit, par exemple, tout est dans la performance. Tu peux pas dire à une rose ou une fleur, allez, tu pousses, dépêche-toi. En fait, tout le monde prend le temps. En fait, ils ne prennent pas le temps justement d'apprécier la performance. Voilà. Et pareil pour le gâteau. Hein, on n'a pas de recette pour devenir une superstar. Hein. Voilà. Donc, en fait, elles sont toutes les deux, et moi, j'en rajoute aussi, MeToo, I fait exactly the same. On doit tout donner en 50 secondes, quoi, maintenant. Alors que la danse, ça doit s'apprécier, ça doit prendre du temps, mûrir. Et elles disent toutes les deux, il faut travailler, il faut prendre son patience, on ne peut pas tout avoir comme ça. Ça ne fait pas 2 ans qu'elle danse, hein, ça fait des années, des années. Aziza, ça fait 30 ans, elle a expliqué que 30 ans. Esmeralda, ça fait 20 ans. Elle a voyagé beaucoup, elle a appris plein de choses, elle continue. En plus, je la vois souvent en train d'apprendre de nouvelles cultures. Donc voilà, c'est ça en fait qu'elles essayent de passer, ce qu'elles n'aiment pas. Et what do you like in this? Because what do you prefer in this job, Aziza?
What do I like? Well, it's kind of the opposite end of this. This other thing is, I also see a lot of emerging younger dancers that maybe are not as established or haven't, but I feel that they are taking advantage of the openness of the internet, and they are really going into and learning their craft. I have some dancers that I've worked with and some dancers that I keep my eye on that I really feel are doing it because of the love and the passion for the dance, and they want to learn, right? And so this makes me very happy. I think I also see not just, these poor dancers that are trying to get attention, but I also see dancers that are doing it in a way that is, they have so much more opportunities to learn than I did when I was growing up. And I have a lot of hope that they are going to pass this on to their next generation. So I still have a lot of hope, but I see both sides. So.
I understand. En fait, en comparaison, elle a dit, donc il y a celles qui veulent vite réussir et puis il y a les autres qui travaillent, qui font toutes les choses pour apprendre, pour suivre son professeur, pour y arriver. Voilà, donc forcément, le jour et la nuit. Voilà. Et toi, Esmeralda, tu vas être d'accord encore avec Aziza, je pense. Ou alors tu as autre chose. Dis-moi ce que tu dis. Voilà.
Oui, je suis d'accord.
Moi aussi, hein. Me too.
Complètement d'accord.
Ok. Tu veux rajouter dessus?
I think it worked better. I think.
Yes, I think when you have this, it was better.
Good,
Yeah.
But being very egocentric.
Yeah. Ah, j'en profite, Stéphanie, j'ai vu ton commentaire. Il faut que tu lises sur mon mur pour les messages concernant le festival.
Yes, I wanted to say too, I don't know how to respond to the people making comments, but I'm reading.
You read it. Nice.
Yes, okay. But I don't think I can type back, but I want to say that.
No.
After,
is it working?
Yes.
Is it not working?
It's working. Perfect.
Can I say something that I think it's amazing in belly dance, but saying in a very egocentric way?
Yes. Do it. Go, girl.
I learned so much. I travel all over the world, and I am able to meet women younger than me, older than me, more mature than me, and I can learn from all of them. I receive hugs from all these women. It's like I just melt by thinking about all of these amazing people and all of these amazing lessons that each one give me direct or indirectly. It just melts my heart. Every time I go to a specific place, I know that I will not come back the same. And I don't know if you feel that, if you have this, but this is how I feel. And I even joke with my husband. I said, I'm not coming back the same, baby, because I'm feeling this is something. So it's always a life-changing. It's every day a life-changing with my students. It's a life-changing with the festivals, with the opportunity to connect with women. We are so strong. We are so amazing. And I will never take this for granted. I'm so thankful. It's once I dream about having a good future, but I never expect to be this good. Sorry.
Now it's my turn to say I agree 100%.
Me too. Me too. I didn't know that we go so much emotion now. I love it. Thank you, God, because you open your heart, and it's very amazing. It's very amazing. And what she said, en fait, elle dit que ça rend très émue ce qu'elle dit, parce qu'elle parle que cette vie-là est magnifique. On rencontre, c'est comme une famille en fait. On est tous comme, on rencontre des gens, on apprend tout le temps, on a des femmes plus âgées, plus jeunes. C'est une grande famille qu'on a construite en fait tout autour, et elle est très très émue. Ah là là. Stop! Don't want to cry, because me too, I will cry, because now I'm very sensitive. It's very like for me. Yesterday I cried for a while. Tonight is a cup of wine for me. No cry. I don't want. So, I want to know your inspiration, girls. Which dancer that you can be alive or not alive, of course. What is your favorite dancer? Man or woman, what is your inspiration, your favorite dancer?
Aziza's first?
Yeah.
Well, I have dancers that have affected me very deeply from when I first started, and I have to say that my crushes change all the time. I discover new people, and I'm always interested to see what's going on. I have to say that early on, I had a very big influence from Nadia Gamal.
Okay.
I had a VHS tape of hers that I kept watching and rewatching until I wore it out and had to get another one.
Very interesting, because I'm sure there is many people don't know her. Maybe after, if you can put a link or video, it will be nice that people can see.
Yes. Also, Fifi Abdu, of course. Yes, she was a very early influence, and I had some musicians that I worked with, and I made them learn her whole show, from the show The Cherry Picker, when she comes out, she does Lissa Fucker, and she does all this. I had the musicians learn it, and I danced to it every single weekend.
Oh my God.
Yes, I wanted to be her very much, very much. And I have a funny story too. I showed my husband this video. He hadn't seen it, and he was watching it, and he says to me, I can't believe I'm saying this. He goes, "Wow, she dances like you." I'm like, oh, shut your mouth. Every single move she did. It's only because these eyes watched her so much. Yes. So I also want to mention, we were talking about the emerging dancers that I feel right now I kind of have crushes on, people that I want to study with, because I feel they have a fresh perspective that is rooted in the roots of the dance, but also with their own creativity. I really like Melissa Gamal.
Okay.
Yes. And
from Canada, yeah.
Yes, and well, I'm going to name some Canadian dancers because I got to support my girls.
Of course.
Also, Florence Leclerc. I don't know if you're familiar with her, but she's another one that I think is doing really beautiful things. Yes, and also Scheherazade, the American Scheherazade.
Okay.
I like what she's doing too. And Valeric Molinari, who has, I love watching her as well.
Okay.
So those were my original old school, and then the new ones that I really look at right now that I'm impressed with.
Very interesting. And also it's very nice that you speak about the generations coming, of course, because sometimes we speak about the past, but we are crushing the new girls coming, and it's very nice, very appreciated. Vraiment, elle a parlé des danseuses de son pays et tout, et je trouve ça très bien parce que ça veut dire qu'elle encourage et qu'elle trouve ça magnifique. Et toi, Esmeralda, quelles sont tes inspirations?
I am inspired from so many dancers. I'm inspired from so many dancers. But if I have to name a few, Amani from Lebanon was very important for me when I first got to Arabic countries. She was 2 or 3 specific videos of hers were my classes for years, you know. She doesn't know that because we never met, but she was very important for me. She kept me company for a long time, and I learned a lot. It was important for me to fit in the Arabic word. So Amani was very important.
What is her name? This Lebanese woman?
What?
Her name?
Amani. Amani from Lebanon.
Amani. Okay. Nice.
Amani.
I know. Wow.
She was very important for me, and I remember being really amazed by Samia Gamal when I start watching her videos. But it was something far from my reality at the time, because, like I said, the pattern of working in Arabic countries, I couldn't see myself trying anything similar. Anyway, but Samia Gamal is very dear to my heart as well, from the old ones. Jelena, the first time I saw Jelena and the first time that I met Jelena was something that was really important to me in many ways. It was very, very, very important.
For the bathing as well, yeah. It's true.
Yeah.
And she will be here next week with me. Yes. So sorry I stopped you. So Jelena. Forget the reason.
I'm not hearing.
Oh, you're not here? Do you hear?
Sharon?
Yes, here.
Now I hear.
Oh, perfect. Aziza,
can you say it again, sweetie? I'm sorry. What was it?
What was your first Oriental teacher?
Yeah, I'm writing down as I see the comments come. I'm also writing down what people are asking. So if you give me a second, I have a couple of answers for everybody.
Oh, yes. And so Esmeralda, yeah, just to say that Jelena, of course, just to say that next week she will be with us, with me, to have an interview. So I'm happy that you say her name. And so Jelena, you said Amani, Jelena, then Samia Gamal.
Okay. So yeah, so I had Amani, and then Samia Gamal, and then I had Jelena, and there are so many. Each dancer affect me in a very specific way, and I deeply love to study the careers. You know, for me, it's not only about one dance, it's about the career. You know, how long this woman is there surviving her truth, you know, putting out there her art, her sensitivity. This, for me, it's very important, how long it's been. So you can just think like that. Every dancer that has dedicated her life to dance, to this art, to pay the bills and connect to other people and really reach out, these women, they are so important to me, because it's not easy to survive every day. You know, it's hard. Yeah. Sometimes it's really hard, but we don't give up. So I really stuck to these dancers, you know, and there are so many. I could stay here for an hour talking all the names.
Yes, but I just saw that we are talking together 1 hour and a half. I can't believe it's like with you, it's so easy to speak. 1 hour and a half. Usually this interview is 1 hour or something like this. But I didn't finish my question and people want question. Oh my God. Thank you. Really thank you, because it's
I didn't answer the question.
Yes. Oh, your connection.
Sharon, I'm gonna leave and I'm coming back because I'm not listening anything.
Okay. Do the same. Yes. Perfect. But really very interesting. Now I want Aziza bring you ask you more questions and people see also. But we can.
I have a couple people I saw ask a question. My first Oriental teacher she was an American. Her name was Ruby Souter. She learned from a woman who was Jordanian named Badawiya. I have to say that Delilah of Seattle, I don't know if you're familiar with her, but Delilah of Seattle was also a big influence for me when I first started. And then I had a couple of workshops that were very big influences that made a big difference. And one of them is, we have a mutual friend, is Mayuri.
Oh, Mayuri.
Yes.
C'est Mayuri, big hello. Mayuri, elle dit que tu l'as influencé beaucoup. Bravo.
Yes.
Bravo.
Yes.
We are glad to have that superstar who have a big career speak about somebody who live in France.
You know, sometimes, you know, you have your first teacher that you learn a lot from, but then when you take a workshop, sometimes it can completely change your perspective and open your eyes to something completely different. I want it super quick. Somebody asked about a celebrity ask, like a writer. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, you are going to go and the things that you have to have in order to, you know, like no green M&Ms and everything has to be in white. Elizabeth asked about this question, and I just have a really quick answer to this. When I first started traveling, I was so grateful to be asked that I wanted to be as easy as possible to work with. Yes, because I know that the job of hosting an international star, it's a lot of pressure and there's a lot of things to think about. And I thought, if I am easy to work with, then I'll be asked back. Yes. So at the beginning, I never asked for anything and I tried to take care of myself. But then as I've gotten older and I have a little more perspective about what it is that I need in order to be able to do the best job as possible, then I started using my voice and asking for what I need. So I don't think I ask for anything outrageous, but one thing that I have started asking for is a certain amount of time before the show, to be sure, because it takes me a little longer to get ready. And I also, I asked that I have somebody to help me with my hair, because after I teach my long class, I like to be able to take a nap and someone else washes my hair.
Very interesting.
But these are things that are newer. Like, I've become a little bit more of a diva just because I know what will make me be the best I can be, and that's what I want for the students. It's not just about me being a star. It's about me being able to give the best that I can.
Of course, and to feel good also. But I'm especially sad that you say this, because that we know all together. So I moved the festival to next year, and I'm very sad because Aziza will not be with us because she's busy, and there is so many festivals for next year, and she will be in Germany. And I'm very sad because I really want she come, but she will come. The next edition, it's just 1 year. Like this, messy, but she will come. And how was my hairdresser ready for you?
Yes, I am quite aware. I was so happy because I was ready to, to arrange one for myself, but that's one thing that I like to have before.
But he will be there because he's one of my best friends. He do the hair. Oh, amazing. So, don't worry. So, Esmeralda, I don't know if you finish about this. Jelena, you maybe because I can hear you. You hear? Oof, you're beautiful like this. It's like a picture.
No, every single time she stops and she's gorgeous.
Oh, I can hear her. She disappeared. I will write her. You blocked. I can say this. Okay. Up. Come back. Okay.
Well, I will say that one person, I don't know if she could hear me, but I also wanted to mention that well, your whole lineup for your Oriental Festival was like a dream, and all of the most spectacular dancers that I was excited to work with. And one of the most that I was excited about was Esmeralda, because I had never worked with her in a festival and I am such a big fan. And that video, I think for a lot of people, her Enta Omri video was something that just makes you stop and stop breathing, and like every single second. So I was so excited to be able to be with her in person. Uh-oh, here she is. Hope she can't see me. So that is also somebody that I feel comes with a fresh perspective. And yeah, I was looking forward to being with her in person, but it will happen, inshallah.
Yes, it will happen. Exactly. Soon, soon, soon. Esmeralda, I think your collection is bad. Maybe try again. Let's see. Try again. So, I have only now two free questions normally. So, Aziza, I want to ask you, what kind of style do you prefer to perform? To teach. Quel style elle préfère enseigner ou non?
Well, I feel like you know that I love the veil. I love the veil. Yes. And that's one thing that I really like.
And I can say you are one of the best also to make magic with the veils.
Very much. I love to dance with the veil. I think that, like Esmeralda was saying, like I come into the dance with my experience. And so I feel that my early experience, my first teachers, it was very influenced by Turkish and Lebanese style. And then I discovered Egyptian style later. And so for me, let's see, I like what they call American cabaret, which is really kind of a combination of Turkish and Lebanese style. I think that is the style that was my beginning and my basic. Just lately, I have been delving into doing a little more golden era and researching that kind of style. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's my recent, like, I'm always like trying to dive into different styles. Yeah. For myself.
Okay, for yourself. Okay. I just take a picture to show to Esmeralda. She'll take the pose like this. She can see. Okay, so I will continue with you until Esmeralda there.
Yes.
How do you see this is very interesting for us. How do you see the future of the Oriental dance? How do you see how can it happen for you?
Well, this is a really interesting question, and especially in this time, there has been such a big change, and it happened so very quickly. And I think, I have been doing online classes for almost 3 years, 2.5, 3 years, and this big shift caused it opened up the market of people who go online to look for taking classes and for shows has completely exploded. And so going forward, when things start opening up slowly, and we're with you, of course, again at your festival, I'm hoping that that people understand that this is a new way also. I think a lot of dancers at first, that their local teachers figured out how to go online, and then you realize that you have access to all the teachers that are offering things online and all of the shows that are being offered online. And I think that this is a big shift. So my wish is that there's going to be a balance of both.
Okay, very interesting. Okay. Esmeralda, we just passed 2 questions. After I will ask you 2 questions. Aziza, continue. I think it's not finished. It's finished? Maybe?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. Yeah, it's a perfect answer. En fait, elle disait, je lui posais l'avenir de la danse orientale, comment elle le voyait. En fait, elle disait justement, dans ces moments particuliers, que justement, on doit s'adapter et faire des choses complètement différentes. Et je rappelle bien qu'Aziza, c'était bien avant qu'il y ait un confinement, un virus, quoi que ce soit, elle faisait les cours en ligne. Donc, elle a dit maintenant, il faut s'adapter et quand la situation reviendra beaucoup plus normale, penser qu'il faut faire les deux. Peut-être du live comme ça, la vraie vie, tout ça. Donc, c'est très intéressant ce qu'elle dit. Alors, Esmeralda, I will ask you 2 questions now. I will ask you what kind of dance you prefer. What kind of dance you prefer?
You have to ask me again because I was not listening.
Okay. So I repeat. What kind of dance do you prefer to perform?
Oh. I don't know. I prefer. Oh.
If you have to choose one, and it is supposed to be okay, tonight is this, what you will take? Double question, I mean.
If I have to choose one thing to dance every day.
No, every day.
I would choose no.
As you want, it was interesting every day. Go answer. Choose.
If I could dance just one thing every day, I think I would like Taksim and solo, both extremes. I love this.
Okay, Taksim and solo. Aziza, you heard this also?
Yeah, Taksim and drum solo together.
Really? You can dance every day drum solo?
Maybe she didn't say drum solo. I heard
yes.
Taksim.
Yes, Taksim. The connection is bad. Maybe you can go back again. Ta-da! Okay. Thank you for your answer. So, Esmeralda, if you can do back again and maybe put the things, I will say it. Maybe it was working good. Again. Okay. So, Aziza, I will finish the question with you. I want to ask you what kind of advice you can give to some dancer, some new generation. Tell us.
Yes. Be patient with yourself. It takes a while to figure out what your voice is. It's good to be hungry. It's good to be curious. It's good to learn as much as you can, not just about performance technique, but understanding about the music, understanding musicality, understanding the culture, understanding you need to have a voice to be authentic and just to be patient with yourself. Don't try to make it happen all at once. Nobody is you. Nobody is Aziza. Nobody is Sharon. Nobody is Esmeralda. So don't compare yourself to other people. It's just about having the patience to find your voice and what you want to say, and really understanding what it is that you love and what you want to leave your audience with, and thinking about giving to the audience, showing that you love the dance and having a gift to the audience rather than asking them to admire you. That's what my advice is.
That's very nice advice. Donc, en fait, je lui ai demandé des avis des conseils. Des conseils, elle a dit, soyez patient, soyez vous-même. Il n'y a qu'une Aziza, il n'y a qu'une Esmeralda, il n'y a qu'une Sharon. Voilà, j'expliquerai un peu après. Esmeralda, ça y est, j'en profite. Donc, tu disais que tu aimais Taksim, si j'ai bien compris. Si tu pouvais danser, tu danserais Taksim. Mais est-ce que c'est drum solo ou solo? Taksim. Oh non.
I said tabla solo.
Yes, it was tabla solo. I heard that.
Tabla solo, okay.
Lost in the conversation.
Yes, of course.
So sorry.
No, I think it's the connection.
My 4G working with me.
Okay. Esmeralda, if you heard me, I would just want to ask you if you can give some advice. Okay. I should try again. This is very, very interesting. Maybe because we stay so long, almost 2 hours, the record of.
I can't
Yes.
believe it.
I'm sorry if you have busy. Maybe you have to work and.
No, I just have to rehearse and work on some upcoming shows that I have online. So.
Okay. Let's pray that Esmeralda working now. Yes, Esmeralda.
Put in the ear thing.
Yes, put this. I think it's working better.
I can hear. Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you give us some
So what
advice?
do I have to say now? I'm lost in this conversation.
So I will ask you what kind. So you can answer maybe if you answer to me 2 questions. Your style, your favorite style. So c'est drum solo Taksim, and I want some advice for the dancer, the new dancer, the new generation. What you can say to her.
I don't hear anything.
She doesn't hear anything.
Sorry, I don't hear anything.
Oh.
I don't.
I have to start using my sign language.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. Okay. Do it.
Oh, I don't know how. I'd have to know advice.
It's very interesting. Maybe a writer. Okay, last question. Up. This is the live problem and long live. Advice.
There, somebody wrote it in the comments. I don't know if she's reading the comments, but someone wrote it there.
Okay. Thank you, Kadia. Kadia from Hong Kong, and she's in Australia. I miss you. There's no nice comments. I think when the people will have replay, they will really love it. I think let's try last time that Esmeralda come back. And I post the question to her, so maybe she will direct like this. But I want to tell you, Aziza, before she come back, thank you so much to take time with me also for this interview. And you are really inspiration for many people in the world. And it's very important that we all watch your video, we all watch your technique. We love you so much. And you are a great teacher, choreographer, and dancer.
Thank you so much, Sharon. Thank you.
Esmeralda, vas-y, speak. Yalla bina.
I'm here.
Yes. So,
yes.
Give us some advice.
I saw on WhatsApp you sent me a message. I have advice for the dancers, right?
Yeah.
And I said Taksim and so.
Yes, all dancers must be Taksim and solo.
Sorry. Well, good advice. Taksim and solo is a great advice.
So just give us some advice.
If I can say something now, it's just pay attention on your history. Take care of your history. Learn as much as you can. Don't try to find yourself in someone else's history, in someone else's dance, in someone else's career. I think probably Aziza said, for the little that I could catch up, I think she said something similar to that. And don't things up. There's no need to be in a hurry. If you learn a little bit every day, it's enough. The important is never stop. Building yourself, building your ideas, things that you can really rely on, and things that you really believe. You have to be true to yourself in order for people to believe in you and believe in your dancer.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So let's finish this. I want to make you free, girls, because I take you 2 hours of your time. And Esmeralda, I just want to tell you, I hope you heard me. I love you so much. Thank you to take the time with us. And what's happened for education is live, you know. But thank you was very interesting, and maybe you can also continue to write for the question. And thank you again, Aziza, for taking the time with us. Thank you both, girls. You are superwoman, and I'm very admirative of women like you who are fighter, who continue to give so much inspiration for us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sharon. Really, thank you. And Esmeralda, it was nice to look at your pictures.
Yes, she tried to come back. So let's see. With another phone. There is two Esmeralda. Two not working.
Oh no.
Oh, this is very, very. I will take off this one. Oh, let's see. Pam Pam. Esmeralda, do you heard us? Oh,
Yes,
oh,
I can hear,
okay. We just to say now.
but there is a huge delay.
Yes,
I think.
yes. I just want to say to thank you both, and maybe you can say the last things because it's working good. Well,
What do I have to do this?
say, I love you.
Heart.
Yes. No, we say bye-bye, and I want to say thank you very much for the time. It was very interesting your what you answer. Thank you so much. 2 hours. That's why the connection has become. Love you both. Love you, and keep please continue both to make us dreaming. Please, we need teacher like you, dancer like you. We love you. Mwah. Goodbye, everybody. See you next week with two amazing dancers. Mwah. Bye.